In life, it's not the sudden bursts of passion that shape our destiny, but the steady steps we take every single day. We live in a world that celebrates quick results and overnight success stories, but the truth is, lasting success is rarely instant. The most impactful lives are not built on one extraordinary moment, but on thousands of ordinary moments lived faithfully. Consistency is not glamorous. It doesn't often make headlines or draw attention. It is the quiet decision to keep showing up, to keep doing the right thing, to keep pressing forward even when the feelings fade and the excitement is gone. It is choosing discipline over comfort, choosing faithfulness over shortcuts, choosing to finish what you started when quitting feels easier. Think about the farmer. He plants the seed in the soil knowing that it will be weeks or months before he sees any sign of growth. Day after day he waters the ground, pulls the weeds, and protects the seed from harm. There's no applause for those early mornings in the field. There's no crowd cheering him on when he bends down to remove another weed. Yet he knows that the harvest will come not because of one day of work, but because of his daily, consistent care. Our lives work the same way. You may be in a season right now where you're planting and watering, but nothing seems to be happening. You've been working hard on your goals, praying for change, making the right choices, and yet the results are slow to appear. This is the moment where many give up. But the truth is, consistency builds strength in the unseen places. Every small step forward is progress, even if you don't notice it yet. The world is full of people who start strong but fade when the initial excitement wears off. They set out with passion, but when the journey becomes difficult, they step back. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is rarely talent or opportunity, it's consistency. The willingness to keep moving when it's hard, to keep showing up when you don't feel like it, to keep believing when you can't yet see the results. Consistency turns weakness into strength. A person who practices a skill every day will surpass the one with natural talent who only works when they feel inspired. A small, steady stream of effort over time carves valleys in mountains. It may seem slow, but slow progress is still progress, and it often lasts longer than quick wins. Do not despise small beginnings. The greatest achievements in history began as small, seemingly insignificant actions done with dedication. A single brick doesn't look like much, but brick by brick, a strong house is built. One conversation may not seem to change anything, but conversation by conversation, relationships are restored. One act of kindness may feel unnoticed, but act by act, it can change a community. There will be moments when your consistency is tested. You will face distractions that tempt you to abandon your routine. You will encounter delays that make you wonder if your effort is worth it. You will feel tired, unmotivated, and ready to walk away. But if you choose to remain steadfast, you will discover that consistency is not just about reaching a goal. It is about becoming the kind of person who can handle the blessings when they arrive. The truth is, your future is not determined by what you do once in a while, but by what you do faithfully every day. The habits you build, the disciplines you follow, the choices you make day after day, these shape the life you will live tomorrow. So, keep going, keep showing up, keep doing the work, even if no one claps for you, even if no one notices, even if the progress feels slow. Trust that every consistent step is building something valuable. And one day you will look back and see that the path you walked was worth every step. The results will not only surprise you, they will inspire those who come after you. Because in the end, consistency is more than just repetition. It is a declaration that you will not be moved by feelings or circumstances. It is a commitment to stay the course no matter what. And those who remain faithful, who endure to the end, will always see the harvest. Perseverance is not a momentary spark. It is the steady flame that keeps burning when the winds of life try to blow it out. It is the quiet courage to keep walking forward when every reason says to turn back. Many start their journey full of excitement and energy, but over time the road becomes longer than expected. The hills become steeper and the nights feel colder. In those moments, perseverance is the choice to press on, not because it is easy, but because you know the destination is worth every step. Life will not always hand you what you desire at the moment you want it. There will be seasons where you plant seeds and see no sign of growth. The ground looks dry, the sky looks empty, your effort seems unnoticed, yet beneath the surface something is happening that you cannot see. Roots are spreading, foundations are being built, and in due time the fruit will come. Perseverance is trusting the unseen process. It is holding on when the harvest feels far away. Think of the runner in a marathon. The first miles are filled with adrenaline, the cheers of the crowd pushing them forward. But as the miles pass, the noise fades, the body aches, and the temptation to quit creeps in. It is not speed that wins the race. It is the ability to keep placing one foot in front of the other, mile after mile, even when no one is watching. Perseverance is finishing the race, not because the road became easier, but because you refused to stop. You may face opposition in your journey. There will be voices of doubt, sometimes from others, sometimes from your own thoughts. There will be moments when people misunderstand you, criticize you, or walk away from you. Yet perseverance chooses to stay faithful to the path, even when applause turns into silence. Success is rarely instant, but the one who keeps going when others have stopped is the one who experiences it. History is full of men and women who achieved great things, not because they were the most gifted or the most fortunate, but because they refused to give up. They endured the storms, the rejections, and the delays, and they kept moving forward. Their consistency became their legacy. In the same way, your steadfastness today can shape the future of those who come after you. Perseverance is not about ignoring pain or pretending challenges don't exist. It is about facing them head on and choosing to endure. It is about getting up after every fall and saying, "I will not stay down." Every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress, and over time, those small steps accumulate into something extraordinary. Do not let discouragement take root in your heart. The moment you feel like quitting is often the moment you are closest to breakthrough. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who do not is often just a little more endurance, a little more patience, and a little more faith. Even when the road is hard, the reward at the end will far outweigh the struggle. When storms come, some trees fall, but others stand firm because their roots have grown deep. Perseverance is the root system of your life. It digs down into strength that is not shaken by temporary circumstances. Winds may bend you, rains may pour upon you, but if you stand long enough, the storm will pass and the sun will shine again. You might be in a season right now where you feel tired, worn, and unsure if the effort is worth it. But you have come too far to turn back now. Remember why you started. Remember that every challenge you overcome is proof that you are stronger than you think. There is a reward for those who endure, but it only comes to those who refuse to quit. Perseverance is not about having the loudest start. It is about having the strongest finish. The journey will test you, but it will also shape you. The challenges will push you, but they will also prepare you. One day, you will look back and realize that what once felt like a mountain was actually building the strength you now carry. Keep going, keep believing, keep moving forward, even if it is just one small step at a time. Perseverance is the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. And when you reach that place, every tear, every trial, and every test will be worth it. Commitment is not simply a word we speak. It is a life we choose to live. It is the thread that holds our actions, our dreams, and our values together. Without commitment, even the greatest vision will fade away. Many people start a journey with enthusiasm, but only a few finish it with integrity. That is because commitment demands more than excitement. It requires faithfulness when the feelings fade, determination when the road is long, and loyalty when the cost is high. The truth is, commitment is often tested in the quiet, hidden places of life. It is not proven when the crowd is cheering, but when no one is watching. It is in those moments when your body feels tired, when your mind says to give up, when distractions call your name, that your commitment is either strengthened or broken. A person who is truly committed does not live by emotion alone, they live by principle. Think of a builder. He does not abandon the house when the foundation is laid. He stays until the final brick is set. In the same way, you cannot walk away from your goals, your values, or your calling halfway through the journey. Each day is another brick in the structure of your life, and each brick must be placed with care. Commitment also demands consistency. It's not enough to take a few big steps and then stop. Small, faithful steps repeated over time produce greater results than occasional leaps. Even the tallest mountain is climbed one step at a time. Your dreams will be built the same way through daily action, steady effort, and the refusal to quit. There will be seasons when commitment feels heavy. People may misunderstand you. Circumstances may discourage you. Doors you hoped would open may stay closed. But these moments are not there to destroy you. They are there to refine you. Diamonds are formed under pressure, and your character is formed in the same way. If you remain faithful under pressure, you will discover a strength you didn't know you had. Commitment is also about sacrifice. You cannot hold on to everything and expect to give your best. Some things will have to be set aside: comfort, convenience, or even certain relationships. If they pull you away from your purpose, it is not easy, but it is worth it. The greatest victories are never won without cost. The question is not whether you will pay a price, but whether the price will be worth the reward. We live in a world that celebrates quick results and instant gratification, but true commitment is patient. A farmer does not plant seeds in the morning and expect a full harvest by evening. He knows there is a season of waiting, a season of tending, and then, in the right time, the season of reaping. Your life works the same way. Stay faithful in the planting season, and in due time, you will see the fruit of your labor. Commitment is what keeps a marriage strong when emotions change. It is what carries an athlete through years of training before they stand on the podium. It is what keeps a student studying when friends are out having fun. It is what makes a leader stand firm in the storm. Without commitment, everything falls apart. With it, even the impossible becomes possible. One of the greatest truths about commitment is that it is a choice renewed every day. You may have decided once to pursue your calling, but every morning you must decide again. The road may be long, but it is walked one step at a time. Each day you say yes to your purpose, your character grows stronger, and your future becomes brighter. So make the decision today, and tomorrow, and the day after, to stay the course. Do not let temporary setbacks shake your permanent decision. Do not let the noise of the moment distract you from the music of your mission. And when the day comes that you stand at the finish line, you will know deep in your heart that every sacrifice, every late night, every early morning, and every small step was worth it. Commitment is not just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. And if you remain steadfast, there will be a reward, not only in the accomplishment of your goals, but in the unshakable strength of the person you have become. Steadfastness is not a quality that is built in a moment. It is forged through the tests of time. It is the quiet strength that holds you in place when storms rage against you. It is the resolve to keep standing when others have walked away, to keep believing when the evidence around you says it's impossible. It is not about the size of your strength, but the depth of your conviction. Life will not always go the way you plan. You will face seasons where you are misunderstood, where your efforts seem to go unnoticed, where the ground you have worked so hard to till seems barren. In those moments, the temptation to give up will whisper to your heart. But it is in those very moments that steadfastness must rise up within you. You do not endure because the path is easy, you endure because the purpose is worth it. Think of the roots of a great tree. They are unseen, buried deep in the soil, yet they are what keep the tree standing through fierce winds and heavy rains. The deeper the roots, the stronger the stand, so it is with your life. Steadfastness is the deep rooting of your heart into what you know is right and true. It keeps you grounded when challenges come, and it allows you to grow upward even when life is pressing downward. Every person who has accomplished something great has walked through seasons where quitting would have been easier. The difference between those who finish the race and those who fall away is not talent, not opportunity, not even knowledge. It is the refusal to let go when the struggle intensifies. Steadfastness is not about feeling motivated every day. It is about choosing to move forward even when motivation is nowhere to be found. There will be times when no one applauds your effort. There will be times when the people you expected to stand with you are nowhere to be seen. But steadfastness teaches you to keep your eyes fixed on the goal, not on the crowd. Applause can fade, recognition can vanish, even friendships can change, but the reward of finishing what you started will remain. Patience is the companion of steadfastness. They work hand in hand. You may be steadfast in heart but impatient in action, wanting results before their season. Yet true endurance knows how to wait. The farmer does not rush the harvest. He understands that every stage of growth has its purpose. In the same way, you must trust the timing of your journey. Every delay is shaping you, every obstacle is refining you, every disappointment is strengthening you for what lies ahead. You may not see the value of your steadfastness right now. You may think your efforts are wasted, that the seeds you've sown have vanished into the ground without hope of sprouting. But the truth is, every step you've taken, every act of faith you've held on to, every small choice to stay the course is adding weight to your foundation. And one day, when the season shifts, you will see that nothing was in vain. Steadfastness is a daily decision. It is not something you feel into. It is something you choose. When the road is long, choose to walk another mile. When the night is dark, choose to believe the morning will come. When the opposition is strong, choose to stand your ground. These choices may seem small in the moment, but over time they build a life that is unshakable. And remember this, steadfastness does not mean you never stumble. It does not mean you never feel tired or discouraged. It means that when you stumble, you rise again. When you feel tired, you rest but do not quit. When you are discouraged, you speak hope to your own soul. Steadfastness is not perfection. It is persistence. If you will remain steadfast, you will find that what once seemed impossible becomes possible. You will see that the trials you endured have shaped you into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. You will discover that the reward was not just in reaching the destination, but in the person you became along the way. Hold fast to what is right. Keep going when it's hard. Trust that your labor, your effort, your faithfulness will bear fruit in its time. And when the day comes that you look back, you will see that steadfastness was not just a choice. It was the very thing that carried you to victory. Endurance is not simply the ability to wait. It is the strength to remain faithful, determined, and steadfast when everything in you feels like giving up. It is the quiet power to press forward, not because the path is easy, but because the goal is worth reaching. Many start their journey full of excitement and energy, but the real measure of a person is not how well they begin, but how faithfully they continue when the road grows long and the nights seem endless. Life will test your patience. It will place mountains before you that seem impossible to climb, and valleys that seem too dark to pass through. There will be seasons when you will wonder if your efforts matter, when your faith will be stretched thin, and when the silence will feel louder than any encouragement you've ever heard. In those moments, endurance is what carries you. It is the decision to hold steady, to keep walking, to trust that what you cannot yet see is still worth pursuing. Think about a runner in a marathon. The first mile is thrilling, the crowd is cheering, and the excitement fuels every step. But as the miles stretch on, the body begins to ache, the cheers grow faint, and the mind whispers, "Just stop." In that moment, it's not talent or speed that keeps them going, it's endurance. It's the inner resolve that says, "I will not quit until I cross that line." The same is true in life. The race is not given to the swift, but to those who refuse to give up no matter how tired they feel. Endurance is built over time. You don't develop it in comfort. You develop it in the struggle, in the moments where quitting feels easier than continuing. Every trial you face is not just an obstacle. It is training. It is preparing you for greater challenges and greater victories ahead. You may not see it now, but every time you endure, you become stronger. Every step you take under the weight of difficulty is a step that shapes your character, sharpens your resolve, and deepens your faith. There are people who stop right before their breakthrough. They worked hard, prayed faithfully, and came so close, but they turned back when the finish line was just ahead. Don't let that be your story. The darkest part of the night often comes just before the dawn. When the burden feels unbearable, that is often when the blessing is the closest. Endure the night, and you will see the morning. Sometimes endurance means waiting patiently. Other times it means taking action, even when you feel weak. It's not about moving fast, but about not stopping. Even a slow step forward is progress. The important thing is that you keep moving. You may not always feel strong, but strength is not the absence of struggle. It is the choice to keep going despite it. Consider the farmer. He plants the seed and waits for the rain. Day after day, he cares for the soil, removes the weeds, and trusts the process. He cannot force the harvest to come, but he knows it will come in its time. That's endurance. It is trusting the unseen and working faithfully until the promise becomes reality. Endurance also means holding to your values when it would be easier to compromise. The world will offer shortcuts, but shortcuts often lead to empty rewards. Lasting success is built through steady, consistent effort. True victory is not just in reaching the destination, but in the person you become along the way. You may feel unnoticed as you endure. You may wonder if anyone sees the effort you're making or the battles you're fighting. But remember, the greatest rewards are not always handed out in the open. Some rewards are being prepared for you in ways you cannot yet imagine. You are not enduring in vain, so keep pressing on. When the path is steep, take one more step. When the load is heavy, take one more breath. When your heart feels weary, whisper one more prayer. Endurance is not about being the strongest. It is about refusing to stop. And one day, when you look back, you will see that every single moment you chose to keep going was worth it. The race of life is not measured in how fast you ran or how loudly you cheered, but in how faithfully you stayed the course. Endure to the end, and you will find that the reward is far greater than you ever imagined.